If you're an author, these are 5 places you need to go this fall to get inspiration as an author, as a marketer of your books, and as a writer of your books. The first is going to be to a sunflower field. These typically are earlier in the season, so I recommend you figure this out right now so that you do not miss out. Typically, sunflower fields are going to be open for a designated period of time. Usually it's like a week. And that is because these flowers have to take time to get ready. They're ready for like a week, and then they don't look so great, especially if people are tramping through them, knocking into them, picking some of them. It is going to look pretty not awesome by the end of that week. So you want to make sure you're looking and paying attention to when the sunflowers are open and available to you. With sunflower fields, they typically are open for a week. During the weekdays, they'll have like designated times. So they'll have like schools come in, they'll have Senior Citizen Day, Special Needs Day, and you may or may not be allowed to go during these times. So check their calendars and then make sure you get yourself there. The weekends are typically like event time. So they'll have vendors, they'll have food vendors, they'll have concerts. So depending on what you want and when you want to be there, pay attention to their calendar. It is well worth it to go. You're going to get these beautiful photos that you can use in marketing. All of the things we're talking about today are perfection for your marketing, but also really good for getting inspiration for your books. So if you are here for the sunflowers, you're going to be studying how the sunflowers are moving in the wind and how the insects are interacting and engaging. My gosh, I was just at a sunflower field a few days ago and I forgot. I go every year, but I always forget. It is just littered with insects. There are butterflies in the air and grasshoppers hopping everywhere and bees pollinating the things. And just, it's crazy. It's so full of life and it's all like insect life. So you get to hear the sounds, you get to see things, you get to watch things pinging off of other things. It's so good for writing your novels if they're outside. And then, of course, it's just beautiful. You get to see how the sunflowers like turn toward the sun. You get to see how they interact with each other, how the wind is moving them. It's an incredible elite study for us as authors. Sunflower fields, amazing. I do have over on the main channel, youtube.com/KMRobinson. I'm putting out tutorials right now on how to photograph in all 5 of these locations I'm telling you about today and what to wear. So we're going to break down your wardrobe, what colors are going to be best, what's going to look best in these photos that you're taking for social media, and how to do it to get those good photos, because there are tips and tricks to make some of these look good when they're not going to look good in your photos if you don't pay attention and do it well. So go watch those because it's really good. I'll link the channel down below that you can check that out. But go to Sunflower Fields. They are fantastic studies and you get epic content. And if you bring your book with you, put it up against the sunflowers and take those photos for social. It is going to be well worth the investment for your marketing. Then you're going to head over to Apple Orchard. I love apple orchards because you get to go and you get to pick your own apples. You do not have to pick your own apples if you don't want, or if you don't want like a certain amount. You can buy single apples. You can buy bags of apples that they will have usually up front toward the store section of the apple orchard, but you can go take those photos, walk down the aisles of the apples. You can do all the great things. And if you want to pick your own apples, by all means, it is incredible marketing. I do recommend if you're taking photos, you are looking for the aisles with the red-based apples. They don't have to be your favorite taste, but they are the ones that are going to stand out in your photos. The green and yellows will blend in with the leaves. You're not going to be able to see it unless you're doing super up-close things. So be mindful of the colors you're working with for your content, and then do whatever you want for what you're taking home to bake. But also, if you're getting apples to take home, you will then be able to create content at home. Create videos of you making apple crisp or apple pies or whatever. Create those videos. Use a video of you drinking that apple cider and talking about how the man that you wrote in your book is tart like this apple or sweet like this apple, whatever you want to do. You can even, if you know anything about apples, you can go through and say, this is the tart one, this is the sour one, this is the sweet one, this is, and associate them with the love interest that you write. You can do incredible things with this, authors. This is one that you have so much reach and so much variability to do really cool things with. And then you get to look cute while you go to an apple orchard as well. Check out those videos on how to dress and how to look really cute while you're there. And just enjoy it because, hello, apple orchard. It's super fun. You also want to make sure you're headed to a pumpkin patch. Look how cute this is. This is a really good one for creating content. Are you ready? On picking the right one. You go through the pumpkin patch, you pick the best pumpkin, you pick the best love interest, right? The connections are easy and obvious and work really, really well. And if you show up to this pumpkin patch and you create all this content, you do all this really great stuff, get a couple pumpkins and take them home with you. They don't have to be big. Little ones, gourds, whatever, the cheap things. You don't need to spend a ton of money on this. You can even if you have fake pumpkins around the house, use them. It's not a big deal, but you're going to take them home. And after you get all this really great epic content, now you're going to do Instagram stories, you're going to do TikToks, and you're going to kind of have a little clip of you looking cute at the pumpkin patch. And then you're like, let's pick the right one. And you tack a sticky note or a piece of paper or tape it, whatever, to these pumpkins with the love interest name and 3 facts about them, and let people pick which is the best pumpkin. Pumpkin, right? It's really good social media. It's really good social media where you can include a poll for people to vote on. It is endless. These things are the events that keep on giving for author marketing. I could go deep, deep, deep on all 5 of these things and your marketing and all the things that you can do with them, but get creative, do interesting things, and leverage it to talk about your books. Again, take your book, hold it up to the pumpkins, take the pictures. Now, I will say this, when it comes to pumpkin patches, these are a little bit harder to photograph depending on what kind of pumpkin patch you're at. Some of them will have stacks of pumpkins, little displays that you can work with. Some will have giant pumpkin walls. Some will have pumpkin houses. Some of these people are elite and some of them are not. Some of them just say, okay, there's a field. You can go find some pumpkins. And it is a very empty, bare looking field in your photo. So you have to be smart about how you're taking these pictures in order to make it look good. But the beauty of a pumpkin patch is that you can walk yourself over to the pre-picked pumpkins, pick them up, hold them near you, pose and do cute things, and get photos that way. So even if you don't have a big display, even if there's no big house or wall or whatever, you can create great things because you can pick up the pre-picked pumpkins and you can take those photos where you're not having to crouch down in the pumpkin patch field and try to get on ground level because they're still attached to the stem. Go pick up a pumpkin. It's all you need to do. You don't need big pumpkin displays behind you. You just need one up close to you somewhere, and you need to take some cute photos that way. Additionally, we are also going to be heading off to a corn maze. This is usually a little bit later in the season. Check for when it is going to be in your areas. And corn mazes are really fun because these are fantastic, not only as a study of how the corn is moving and how people are navigating themselves through the maze and how people are expressing their emotions. Are they frustrated? Are they excited? Are they having fun? Are they crying? What's going on? All those things are going to be really great character studies for your books, but you are also going to be able to engage your brain. This is one that we talk about a lot. If you're stuck on something, if you're having trouble with part of your book, if you don't know where to go next, if you need to work something out, one of the best things you can do is step away and do something creative that engages your brain and then come back to it with fresh eyes because your mind is already staying engaged, but you're doing something that's not book problem specific. When you come back, it's going to be way easier for you to solve. So putting yourself inside of a corn maze is a really good way to problem solve something else and then come back and fix whatever's going on in your book. So you can go in with absolutely no plan, not having looked at the layout of the corn maze, or you can be that person who is carrying the map and trying to work your way around. But the goal is to be in the corn maze for a little bit and try to figure out where you're going and what you are doing. And if you need to level up, have somebody go with you, get yourself into the corn maze a little bit, do some documentation, and have them guide you to kind of different areas. Not too far, but let's go around this corner. Oh, wait, let's come back over this way. Their goal is to kind of spin you around and get you disoriented. So even if you saw the map, you don't know exactly where you are and you have to figure it out. So you can level it up however you want. Corn mazes are really great. If you stand further away, they're going to be on a lower level and you're getting the beautiful sky in the background. But if you stand up close, these are meant to tower over us so we can't see over it and cheat. You're going to get a really good background of that corn behind you. So there's a lot you can do with that. And of course, we know not too terribly long ago that corn song did go viral on social media. It's going to come back. It comes back every single year. So not only can you be doing your normal documentation, all the cool stuff that you're going to be doing, but while you're there, pull up TikTok, pull up Instagram, do the lip sync, make it happen, and get that just to put out there for fun because you're there and it's easy for you to do. Finally, we want to make sure that you are going on a leaf walk. We want to head right on out to wherever the most beautiful leaves are going to be inside of the area that you live in. And that could be your street, that could be at a park, that could be downtown, it could be in the town. Like a lot of towns have trees on their walkways. So you can walk down a sidewalk and get really cool pictures that are like town or city-esque. And then you can go to parks and you can get things that are like really cool. You can see I'm here on a staircase. So like a mix of both. There's lots of options and you want to get yourself both very close to those leaves and further away from the leaves so that you see a lot of different trees and you can get incredible content for your social media. Make sure you're taking your book. Hold your book up to the leaves. Near, far, wherever you are, take the photos of your books by the leaves. Pick up leaves off the ground, put them around your book, put your book in a pile of leaves, all of the things. This is the time to market. Market the heck out of this. Your leaves are going to be amazing and the colors are also really pretty and very inspirational. So there's lots of things as authors that you can be doing. Again, go over to youtube.com/KMRobinson where I have those tutorials both on what to wear and how to shoot in all 5 of these locations. I have some of the episodes out now. Some of them are coming out over the next couple of days. You do not want to miss out on this one, especially if you're going to these locations so that you can level up your content, make it really easy. And the best part, when you go here, take the first 5 minutes to do your documentation. When you walk into these venues, 5 minutes, do your documentation, and then you're done. Just go enjoy all the fun things with the friends and family that you are going with and have fun. Do the things that you want to do. Have all the great snacks. Hear all the great sounds. All the stuff is there for you to do. And if you document it in the first 5 minutes, you don't even have to take 5 minutes. If you don't want to take 5 minutes, make 3 minutes. If that's the very first thing you do and you have somebody help you, you're going to be really, really happy that you got it done and it's out of the way. So here's what I want you to do. Whoever you're taking with you, tell them, the first 5 minutes, I have to get some documentation. Can you help me with this? Most people are going to be very game to help you with this, especially if it's only for 5 minutes and it's right at the very start. So you are going to get yourself into whatever situation you need to get yourself into, document real fast, go as quick as possible, make a list if you need to before you go so you can just check right through it, document for 5 minutes, and after those 5 minutes, you're done. Then you can just go and have fun. So it's not looming over anybody's heads and it's not making anybody feel like, well, they're not paying attention to me and they're not doing all these things with me and we came and did all this stuff. No whining involved. Hey guys, for the first 5 minutes, I just need to take a couple pieces of content. Can you help me with that? And then we can just have the rest of the half hour, 2 hours here to play and have fun. Most people are going to be very agreeable to that. So very easy for you to do. Also, of course, taking your technology to help make this easier, your tripods, your phone mounts, your lighting, the things that are just going to help you knock it out like that. We have a full playlist on tech for authors down below that you can check out and make sure that you are spending your time and effort very wisely. Get your content very quickly. Get it out of the way, and then just go have fun. And then if you see something else, of course you can add in documentation at that point. Feel free, but then it's not going to feel like this overbearing thing for you, like you missed anything, like you forgot anything. You just get to have fun. You just get to enjoy it. So drop your questions down below. Let me know which of these are you going to go to first this fall, and follow for more ideas on how to level up your marketing as an author to save you time, effort, and space while you are marketing your books and creating the best author life ever.